No, I'm here for it. Okay.
I look like, what?
All right, are we live?
We're live.
Hi, guys. We don't have a fancy intro. Copyright issues. We'll be working on that. All right, so we're going to talk hydroponics. And I don't even know what Batty's doing, so I'll learn just as you guys do. I'm super excited. We're going to go over, we're doing two different systems. I'm going to cover at the beginning. Chickpea, thank you for the video on TikTok today, too. I appreciate you. I'm going to go over my seed starting and what I did and what I'm in the process of doing. Full disclosure, I've never done hydroponics. So we're all kind of on this adventure together, which I think is fun. And I can try out the products for you guys and tell you what works, what doesn't work. Everything I go over tonight will be linked in the podcast, like comments and notes. Hi, Larry. So you'll be able to order directly from there if you're interested. I am doing a hydroponic setup out of a 10-gallon storage tank. So very DIY, very reasonably priced. I will say I did go with upgraded lighting that I ordered last night. So I'm going to go into lighting and kind of like the infrastructure of the actual final setup next week, because we're going to talk about seed starting. Batty's going to go over her system that I'm super excited to see what she's doing because I have no idea. Again, so yeah, guys, we're streaming on YouTube. Link in bio. Hop over to YouTube and I can read your comments there if you want to comment or have questions. Okay, let's see.
First of all, can we just look at this?
Oh my gosh.
This is a beaut. I'm telling you, the yeast has my garden like perfection. Everything's glossy. Look at that gloss. You see that gloss?
She's beautiful.
Look at that gloss.
Gorgeous.
There is not one thing wrong with this. I just had to spotlight this squash, but go ahead.
Okay, well, so I actually did get to harvest some lettuce last night. My garden has been disappointing this year. I'm going to be fully transparent with you guys. It has not been quality this year, but you know, we're embracing it. I'm tickling my tomato plant every morning now to help it pollinate, and we'll see if that helps the yields, but it's been a disappointing year. I feel like last year I just like threw seeds in the ground and everything grew. I didn't pay attention and it was like luscious and I couldn't even keep up. And this year it's like, it's not that.
That's usually how it is, but this year is just crazy. It really is. That's why we're also starting hydroponics now. So like it's kind of early for especially Logic to be starting a fall garden here. Kind of, yeah, but that's why we're doing tonight's test. So every day I'm going to post a video of the test plant that we build out.
So I did a video on TikTok yesterday about hydroponic kind of seed starting and what I'm doing. I am using rock wool. It's a solid medium for hydroponics because it can absorb and retain moisture really well. And what I can do is I can take those little rock wool like pods and just put them directly in my net pots into my hydroponic system. So first steps I did, I'll just go over this quickly. You guys can watch the video on TikTok, but you can get everything will be, again, like I said, linked as far as materials, but this is what rock wool looks like. So you guys can kind of see it. And what I did is I took a big bowl, got the water right between 5.5 to 7 pH. I did use gloves because I'm safety first, but I used the pH up down chemicals. It's important to get the water there because that's what your seeds are going to be germinating in.
Why did you choose those?
The rock wool?
Mm-hmm.
Just from research, it seemed to be the best option to like the lowest maintenance, I would say. Like I can, once they start to germinate big enough, I can just literally, once the roots can reach the water in my system, just transplant them in there.
Okay, like why did you pick those chemicals? Same thing?
Yeah, just Amazon. I needed something to get the pH level to what I needed. I have no experience in this, you guys, so I'm sure someone is much smarter than I am. Guys, I'm not reading comments. If you go to YouTube, you can comment there and I'll read. So these are from General Hydroponics. They are actual hydroponic chemicals.
How much were they?
I want to say like $14 maybe for the 2 bottles. Okay. And they're going to last you pretty much forever. I can tell you that much. And that's, again, just to balance the pH levels of your water. And then what I did is I soaked them for like 8 hours, and they're still wet from yesterday. And then I just put my little seed babies right in there. Okay, so they're gonna sit in this tray, and I did like 16 plants. And I got these little seed tray starters for, I think these were like 15 bucks with lights. So I'm gonna have light on and have them nice and humid for like 10 hours a day. And I'm gonna keep you guys posted on how quickly they grow. I'll adjust as needed. Hopefully, you know, within a week, everything's germinating. I did broccoli, peas, beans, peppers, tomatoes, romaine, bib lettuce, and spinach to start.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I did, let's see, 16. So that's 2 of my hydroponic setups because I can do 8 plants in each of my tanks, like storage totes or whatever.
Okay.
Larry, you read my mind. So yeah, that's what I did yesterday. That's how I started my seeds. And I just looked up how to do that. So again, this is going to be a work in progress. I might have to tweak some things once they grow like at least 3 inches or so. And if the roots are breaking through, I'm going to try to put them in net pots. These are my 3.75 inch net pots. I may switch to smaller ones.
Sean said Batty's biting at the bit. I'm not, but I am nervous because do you hear what she just said? She was like, these are my 3.57, blah, blah, blah. And we just said at the beginning of the episode, like, she's a type A. And like Logic and I work well together because we're exact opposites. But she literally I have felt the pressure from this episode because like Logic is so perfect. And what I'm about to show you is just like,
I'm trying to embrace the rebel gardener hydroponic. You know, I'm trying to go with it, and I will as I get more comfortable. I'll settle in. But I also like to I feel like there's a certain science to things, and I like to learn it and be a pro. So, still figuring it out. But yeah, once they're grown, I'm going to use the medium in the hydroponic is clay pebbles. This is what's going to be in my net pots, and you can get these from Amazon. Yeah, you're fine. Like, no pressure at all.
none.
I think pool noodles are a great option. They're a very reasonable option. And then my tomatoes, I will say I'm going to be putting in 5-gallon buckets. So you can get net pots that fit the 5-gallon bucket opening for your tomato plants. And because those get big, so you know, they're going to take up quite a bit of room in the size storage system that I'll be using. Yes, Rooster, you're doing great.
Yeah, 100%. And okay, so the difference between hydroponics and like a fish setup or whatever is air. Literally, it's airflow. So like aeroponics or whatever it's called is whenever you have like a pump system that's pushing air through the system. So hydroponics is just a settled system. Like there is no air pump. It's very simple. The only thing you really have to worry about is like root rot, just to make sure, like sometimes you might have to change out your water from what I've heard, because like literally this is a test plant. We don't know.
I am using a fish pump in my system. So I got tubing. I'm using a little fish pump. These are super reasonable on Amazon. And so I'll stick these to the bottom, and then what I'm using are air stones. So I've got tubing that will hook up from the air pump to the air stone. The air stone will oxygenate the water.
So you're doing aeroponics.
But I think it's hydroponics, but I'm just oxygenating the water.
Yeah, like you have a like a flow system. So that's different. Hydroponics, like I guess I'm doing hydroponics and you're doing, I might put a pump in there if I need to, but
well, like my water will be sitting stagnant. So, you know, it's important to get airflow and oxygen. So I'll show you guys since we're on the topic, and then we'll have Batty stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have shaded smart ducks. So this is what it looks like. Yeah. There's clay pebbles in there. It's a 10-gallon storage tank. That's it. And it has to be dark. So these little guys just fit right in here, just like that. And that's where the plants will go.
So what do they consider, like, what do you consider not hydro? Because somebody in the comment section just said that's still hydro.
I think it is hydro. I think it's just different systems.
I
Because like
didn't
the
know.
systems that are constantly running water, this won't be running water. You know what I mean? It's going to be just in the storage tank.
Okay.
And then that's why I have the pumps and everything and the air stones to oxygenate the water. Creativity. Yes, so it's both hydro. Yeah, there's different ways I think to do hydro or to oxygenate the water. Which is perfect that we're doing two different systems, guys, because you can kind of see what works best for you. Mine is definitely, it was the most approachable for me because I literally just had to go buy a 10-gallon storage tank and drill some holes. If people tell me like what components I need, I'm like, all right, let's put it together. So that's why I went with this setup. And it's fairly reasonable once you get everything. Grow lights is kind of a different story, but I did a little research on that. I'll continue to do research and we'll talk about that next week because I do think lighting is like a whole different element. It's a very important part. And there's several different ways to go about it.
Is it my turn?
Hi, Zach. Guys, if you want to comment, YouTube, hop over to YouTube, link in bio. Okay, so I covered that all very quickly. Because again, I'll go over the full setup. Like I'll get the whole thing together and the function of it next week, maybe.
So you're going in next week. So we'll have 7 days of my test plan to figure this out. All right, let's go with the test plan.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Let's see it.
Okay. So first of all, I've been in a funk lately. Second of all, I just like to, like, I'm a person that will spend my money. Like, I am an investor. I will invest. I will go all in on something if I believe in it, if I think that that's what it is. But like, there is something in me because of the amount that I want to grow inside that's like, I don't know if I'm going to like this. So that's why we're doing a test plant. And the test plant, I'm not starting from seed on this because I want it to go quickly. So I have some tomato suckers that I'm going to end up changing out the bin that I put it in, but I didn't want to use the saw on here. But in tomorrow's update video, we'll see it then. But so I have this. I have this. I have
I'm gonna grab
the
a share.
bunnies, which it's perfect because it has a lip on it, and then it has holes in the bottom.
I feel like I need to sit down.
And I'm trying to create a system that is also cost effective for anybody that is financially struggling that wouldn't be able to even have, like, if you could do this with a couple plants and have it inside, like if you're a 1-person household or even a 3-person household and all you have is to go buy seeds and maybe put like 10 of these inside, then the only expense that you would really need is lights.
Well, and that's
so
the thing. If you have a solid south-facing window or setup, if you get enough sunlight in your state, you may not need grow lights. But I do preface that, like, you're going to have quite a bit. Colorado's a pretty sunny state. We could technically do it, but where I'm going to have these are going to be in a storage room in the basement. So I've got to have grow lights. But I agree with you. And I think the 5-gallon buckets are a solid option because you can pick those up for $5. And those net pots make it super reasonable to grow several plants.
Yeah, and I figured like these burpees would work good because they already have holes in the bottom. And so, and it has a lip. So I'm going to cut this out to set in. And then my clay, what are they called?
Clay pebbles.
The clay pebbles. Essentially, the only thing that a clay pebble is for, after my research, is it does absolutely nothing other than support the plant. So I got rocks and I just clean these in vinegar and water just in case there was like any bacteria on them from outside. So I literally I'm just going to put them in here, like a couple in the bottom, and try not to cover up like all the holes. And then take a sucker, and we are going to, which one's my purple one? That's my purple.
Hopefully by next week I'll have some little plants. I might pull some from the garden.
We're going to take this guy. So then I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to get all the dirt off of it. This is a transfer. This isn't from seed, which you can do.
Which I'm doing. So that'll be, I'll take you guys on that adventure with me. We'll see how it goes.
Make sure when you do this, you haven't watered your plant for like 2 days, so it's easier to get all the dirt off. I just said dirt really weird.
Are you using a Menards bucket?
Yeah. She makes fun of me because we have a Menards. Hello.
So I think it's a Midwest thing. We don't have Menards in Colorado, but I think it is the funniest store name I've heard in a long time. Menards.
Yeah, but what did you say it sounded like?
My nads.
So one day I was like, yeah, I gotta go to Menards, and she was like, and I'm like, what? She's like, you go to Menards? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know, where I'm from, we only have like TLC. And I was like, or Tractor Supply. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, yeah, you know what it sounds like? And I'm like, what? And she's like, my nads. And I'm like, I've never heard that. Like, I've never once heard that.
I'm like 12, full disclosure. I'm like a 12-year-old. You're welcome.
Okay, so I just got all the dirt off of this, and like I said, whenever you transfer into here, like I thought this out, okay? I thought this out, and I was like, let me dry out this plant before I do it. So then I have the rocks, just a few in the bottom, like that. And now I'm going to put my roots in there. Spinner. And then some more rocks. You could probably use like fish rocks too, because they're lighter.
Yeah. And so you're putting, what are you putting that in for the water? Like what's
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
So
I'll wait. I'm like, I had to sit down for this.
This is the interesting part, right? So essentially, like, whatever you put in the hydroponics, based off my research, it's a combination of fertilizer for hydro. So I measured out in my mind, this is the equivalent, because I've already measured it, that I would need of brewer's yeast, because brewer's yeast is a fertilizer. I don't want to over fertilize it, but just enough to have a stimulant. And then I'm going to mix the rest with water. And then, oh, I got to cut the hole. Hold on.
I did forget to say, like, when I was soaking my rock wool, I did do some of my hydronutrients. So this one is nice because it covers, it's called Best Buds. It covers the growth stage, early bloom, late bloom stage. And you can use phase A alone, but it's phase A and phase B. So I did add these to the rock wool when I was soaking them, just because, again, the seeds need nutrients. And then I think when I water them, like once a week, I'll water them with the nutrients into the trays that I have. I'm
going to have to watch the water a lot. Watch the water.
See, Erod said, my son calls it Menards. I told you, it's hilarious. Menards.
By the way, side note, if you didn't know, and you're a canner, on the bottom of your boxes is everything you need to know about canning to get started, just so you know.
Always the yeast, Brooke. I honestly think we're going to have to figure out a way to factor in brewer's yeast to every single episode. And I will tell you, I used it for my ducks this week. So my ducklings were looking a little weak and wobbly. Just threw some brewer's yeast onto their food. I'm going to do that every day. I thought their feed had enough niacin in it. Didn't. They're getting better. So brewer's yeast is, I think that's going to, we need to incorporate that in our, like, the brand somehow. It's in everything.
Okay. Okay, let's see if I got this right. Bam, bitch. Okay. Let me go fill this up with water. Hold on. So I have the brewer's yeast in here. Let me fill up the rest of it.
What questions do you guys have? I love that our systems are so different. They're totally different systems. So I'm so curious. I guarantee hers will probably do better because I do not have the green thumb that Batty has, but I'm going to try really hard to make it work. It'll work. Yeah, I know, right, Brooke? I'm like, here I am getting the nutrients and measuring them out.
You know what?
You
know what? I think hold on.
I think both will work. I hope so. I'm going to be so disappointed if I'm like, I did all this work and nothing grows because my garden is not growing.
Side note, I have to do a video tomorrow because right before this, I saw that I had a box on my doorstep and I got a box from somebody. But I'm gonna take these ones out because I feel like for the bottom, I'm gonna leave the bottom. But I feel like these are too heavy. And then I'm gonna put.
So Zachary, she's using brewer's yeast as her root stimulant, and for my seedlings, I'm using the nutrients in the grow stage.
I'm gonna put.
That's what's in my rock wool medium. I know Brooke's like, I'm gonna die if she grows hydroponics with yeast. I'm like, yeah, same. If anyone can do it, it's her.
If I can do this, then there's like no excuse for not having plants right now during a depression.
And someone said it's like a science experiment. Yes, we will take you guys along. We'll do progress updates each week now going forward. Canceled. One of my ducks is not doing great, so it's been a bit of a rough day. But we're gonna keep just loving on her and hope that she's doing okay.
Batty can. Just kidding. Here we go.
Okay, so wait, you cut a hole, and that's like just what container is that?
This is for what do you call these? Italian beefs.
Okay, there you go. So just like a food container.
This is it.
So everything knowledge, my ducks, several of them were really wobbly. A few days ago, I added some brewer's yeast to their food. Most of them got better. One of them is still pretty weak and wobbly. She can stand, but like when she moves, she just it's like her legs are weak. So I've separated her. I've added electrolytes and vitamins to her water, and she's getting brewer's yeast. And I did some honey water today as well.
Am I at the level?
Yeah, so Sean, these net pots are not super expensive, the 5-gallon ones I got, and they fit directly on a 5-gallon bucket perfectly. I might go grab those just so I can show them.
We got to take before pics of the test plant. I think I want this more. Hold on. I think we both just left our podcast. I got house shoes on and they're loud.
Okay. So I got 6 of these bad boys.
How many? Oh, those are the big ones?
Yeah, for the 5-gallon buckets.
Okay. Well, if I were to switch out mine, like if this works, then I could use this in a 5-gallon bucket because it has a lip.
Yes, Brooke, I saw. Thank you. Is your water touching your roots?
Yeah.
I'm so curious. You're gonna have to send me daily pictures.
I'm gonna do a daily TikTok update.
So you didn't do any nutrients, just yeast.
Just the yeast.
And water.
Which I'm a little worried about because we might need. I don't think we're gonna need the Epsom salt. I think
I
this is
mean,
gonna be
worst
fine.
case, just go to the pet store and get a goldfish. Like, I'm not kidding. It will fertilize your plant.
What?
Yeah, a goldfish.
Oh yeah. You know, Logic and I, we were talking the other day, and she was like talking about her
Ooh, everything
system.
knowledge, can you message me? I'll DM you. What was that?
Logic was talking to me about her system, and she was like, I want to put goldfish in mine. And I was like, oh yeah. And she's like, I'm like, what does it look like? And she's like, well, it's just like a dark container. It has to be dark. And I was like, is that like abuse? Like,
Yeah, so I nixed the goldfish idea for now because I'm like, I feel bad for them. I feel like maybe I'll have, but what you could do is you could do a fish tank, Batty, then take their water and put it for your plants. Maybe I'll do that.
yeah. This is the test
Is that what
plant.
you use, Brooke? Chickpea, it's brewer's yeast. So I'm gonna link. I got some brewer's yeast from Amazon, and it goes a long way. I'll post it in the comments if people just. I don't have a lot of time to like go to the actual stores. I know it's not an excuse. I have 2 kids under 4. I work full time, so I ordered some from Amazon. I'll link it in this video. But Batty, you go. Where do you get yours from?
What?
Your brewer's yeast. Where do you get it from?
I have brewer's yeast packets that like I sprinkle on my seedlings or like a plant if that's what I'm gonna do. But for the most part, I use this.
Where'd you get it from?
The dog store.
There you go. Perfect.
And I use this only because it has like iron, copper, zinc, folic acid, pretty much like everything that I would add to my soil anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I'm so curious how this is. I'm just like, I wish mine were growing. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to be doing this. And supposedly with this system, with this like 5-gallon tote, you only have to change out the water like 3 times a year.
A year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the nutrients go a long way because again, this I only have to use like 5 milliliters per gallon of this. So they're going to go a long way. And there's 2. There's phase A and phase B. So, yeah. I may even mix up a batch and put it on my plants outside. The ones that
A batch or what?
My hydroponic nutrients.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we can't use these.
Huh?
We can't use these.
What are those?
Because like everything just started to move and I realized that like fucking styrofoam it dissolves in water. I forgot that. We're going back to the rocks. Hold on, let me wash my plant. Redo.
Did you need to get some pool noodles. I honestly think like if we keep the podcast going, we'll see how many people are interested after the 6 weeks are up. But I might dabble in like the whole fish nutrients deal because that just sounds like fun.
I used to have fish in like fair fish for our cattle tanks because like and they were massive, dude. But like fair fish, they eat all that gunk out of there. And because we had such a large farm, we had to clean our tanks every day just to keep everything clean, you know? And finally, my dad stopped making me spend half the day fucking cleaning tanks at every location, and we just put fair fish in there, and the water stays like perfect.
Fair fish. Where do you get them from?
The fair.
Oh, like the goldfish?
Yeah, they get massive.
Oh.
Yeah. If you can keep them alive, which they live really well in
But do you have to get them from a fair? Can't you just get goldfish from the pet store?
Yeah, but like that used to be my favorite game at the fair.
Touche. I got one in elementary school. I didn't live very long though, but that was probably because of me.
Yeah, they go through a lot of trauma in that heat, you know?
Yeah, I would imagine. What was I gonna, so also like for hydroponics, anything that's not a root vegetable, you should be okay. Like I'm super excited about lettuce and everything. And I could have just used yeast. Maybe I have to check.
Well, we don't know
We're
that
gonna see
yet.
how it goes. I'm
This
super
could be
curious
a fail. This could be an epic fail.
I'm super excited to see how it goes. And this, I don't know, like Brooke, what kind of nutrients are you getting? I want to see your hydroponic system. Do a video and tag us. Because this is, for these two, it was like $32, and these are going to last me a long time. So I'm curious what you used. Huh. I don't know what else to cover. I wish my plants, like my whole system was ready to go, but I'm pretty excited for it.
Yes. Everybody vote yes to what Rife said. Everybody vote yes.
Should I engineer a hydro system? Oh, that, but,
Show me pissed. Show me pissed.
I'm a newbie at hydroponics too. It's not like I'm some like expert. I'm just, and honestly, no, I should get the better system because she is a much more experienced gardener. So,
now with hydroponics is my first time.
Just saying, you know plants better than I do. I'm just here too, like a little rookie over here. Just poor me, rookie, trying to, you know, get by.
She's bad.
With my subpar gardening skills because my garden is. It's okay.
Yes, these were suckers. These were suckers that I already had. So I'm going to start some seeds because I plan on, if this is successful, we're going to know in like the next 7 to 14 days.
Oh, Brooke, touche. Got it. And honestly, that's what I told my husband. I was like, the green plant growers, which is legal in Colorado, they have already tested out mini hydroponic systems for us in the past several years. Just do your system if you can.
Yeah.
Or your nutrients. You don't have to show the plants.
Yeah. I wish.
It's legal.
I live
here.
in Indiana.
I can just pop to a dispensary and yeah. So easy peasy. Okay, so what are you gonna do for like bigger plants? Do you have a bunch of different like size containers you're gonna use?
Well, this is a test on like the yeast because
Okay.
like I plan on having a lot inside. And my biggest thing, because you know how I am, like literally look at what happened with my garden expanding a million fucking times this year. Like I can't make up my mind on what I think is going to work right. And because I've never done it before, I hate doing things that I've never done. Which is a lot of things that I do. But when I do that, I don't go out and like spend a mass amount of like time and money on something because I know something about the process is going to glitch and then I'm going to have to adjust it. So this is the test plant to see if the yeast works. Also, to see if I even like hydro. I like being outside. I like the dirt. If this is going to be a pain in the butt, I know how much I need to bring inside and only do like a little bit, not a lot.
Well, that's why I like the storage tank because I know it seems like a lot of materials, but these are going to be used forever, like over and over.
Yeah.
Like by one set, the storage tank is going to last forever. Like they're all materials that I didn't feel like if something went wrong, like the fish pumps, those are not expensive components, but like those PVC systems that some people have are insane. And I'm like, God forbid something start leaking or I don't know. That's way beyond my scope. So that's something that I probably wouldn't get into. And Rafe, I'm not that tall.
That's what I want. I want the PVC system on my wall. So if I'm going to build that, I want to know, like I need to know what section. I need to have like a run section for just my tomato plants that's like on the ground. Yeah. And far out on one wall. And then my other wall needs to be like everything, like I want it to go like this. Like I want it to go all the way down.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's some beautiful, like, I saw some like $1,200 setups that are gorgeous. Like you could put them in your kitchen and they'd be like beautiful to look at, but that's not within my budget. So I'm like, all right, let's do this as reasonable as I can. Like, I know it looks like I have a lot of components, but everything was less than like $20 except the nutrients. So it's not like a ton. I am a lot taller than Batty though. I have met her in person. I will say there is a noticeable height difference between the two of us.
Yeah, we know each other. We've seen each other in person.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty tall, but I think she'd beat the shit out of me still, so it's okay. How important is it to clean the hydro bottoms? Hydro bottoms, like the bottom of the units? Is he being sarcastic?
I don't know. I never know.
B-Rad, that's why I have the pump and the air stones.
Let me see the pump.
$6. Okay, I'll take it out.
Yeah, because somebody else said in here air stones. What the fuck is an air stone?
So air stones are gonna basically, the pump will pump oxygen to the air stone. The air stone will then bubble it out to the water.
Got it. I know what that is. I used to have a beta.
It adds oxygenation, aeration, and water circulation.
You want to hear a funny story?
Oh, I didn't even need to get the tubing. What?
I had a beta, and the only reason I know what that is after you explain it is because I built, like I found a huge bubblegum machine at a garage sale. And so I found that little pump that goes in there, and I put my bubblegum machine and sealed it. And then I painted a bunch of they were like they're like the rubber bouncy balls, and I painted them all different colors, and I put them in the bottom with that little pump thing down the middle, and I put my fish in like a really big vintage bubblegum machine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he lived good. But then I accidentally like burned him. I added a light to it like 3 years into it, and I didn't know it wasn't the right wattage, and it literally like fried him.
Poor guy.
I boiled him.
Oh, man. Okay.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. That is an awesome, like you're the creative one for sure. But see, it's just this little pump. And then the tubing will hook up to here. And then the tubing goes from there to, I'll open this. And you get like 6 of, you have to replace these like every 3 months to the air stone. And it's gonna oxygenate my water. If all of this doesn't work, I'm gonna be a sad panda.
So I thought about that. That's why I have the peroxide here. I thought about putting peroxide in there, and I decided to not mess up the test plant because I thought the exact same thing as that. It might kill the bacteria. We're going to start without it.
Well, look at this, Zach. I'm on it. It's my little pH meter.
Oh my gosh.
Got it.
Type it.
I got all the things. I even have my gloves for when I'm balancing my water. Yep. I hope this works. I'm going to be so bummed because I'm feeling like a failure between my garden and the poor ducklings. I'm just, yeah.
This is a tomato plant.
This is a tomato plant. Oh, interesting, Zachary. You had that same one what? Oh, yeah, the pH. She does. And here's the thing is she'll do great. I think I'm going to do okay. You know what? I'm just going to manifest. I'm just going to manifest it.
Manifest it.
Great hydro stem.
Both systems are going to work bomb.
Yeah. I'm going to have 4 of mine. So I'm doing 4 of the storage tanks to start, which is 32 plants. So I've got 16 plants started in seeds. I'm going to see how this goes. I didn't want to do all of them and waste the seeds. We're going to see how they do. I'm wondering if I should, so again, I've got them like sealed so they're moist. I wonder if I should just have water, like some of the solution in the base of this.
Yeah.
Just put
some no.
In that?
Well, you can have a little bit of water to like make it absorb in that, you mean? Yeah.
Or should I just like every few days put water over it?
It will absorb. So like even if you put a little bit in there, in a few days it's gonna be gone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put a little bit in there. I'll mix up some of the thanks, Larry. I annoy some people. I'll mix up some of my nutrients and then Okay, I'm gonna keep my fingers and toes crossed because it's been a rough season. This is where fortitude comes in as a gardener, on years like this, I feel like. So that's where like the oxygenation comes in, and the nutrients. I don't know.
You know how I'm gonna oxygenate mine? Every day I'm gonna walk past it 50 times a day and I'm just gonna go, and it's oxygenated.
Perfect. I think it works. Just mix her up.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, so I got this idea from TikTok, and I'll do a duet of the video. But like he pulled out these massive root systems from just this like 10-gallon storage tank, like these beautiful plants.
I'm just sad to like not be in the garden. I hope I like this. I hope it does really good. It's gonna do really good. But like
I think
all winter long, I don't have a garden anyway. So like if this works, great, because then I can be in my workshop and I'm gonna set my workshop up like this. But it also just like my original plan for tonight's episode was because I got fed up with the outside like last week and I was like, no, I'm bringing everything inside because I planned on doing hydro anyway. Like I'm tired of the elements. Something weird is happening. The government's trying to take us all. But that I got past it and now everything's growing perfectly. I mean, again, look at this beauty. And now I'm like happy and I don't want to come inside. I feel like logic's making me.
Oh.
It's not that she's making me. It's just that we planned on this and now I'm bailing. I want to bail.
I'm definitely not making you. You don't have to.
I'm being forced.
This is my beet.
Holy beet! Good job! Everybody give Logic a round of applause. You should see this beet. Link in bio.
I harvested a bunch of dill and like enough lettuce for like, I don't even know how many salads, and my sugar
That's an award winner.
I think it's a pretty big beet. So, and also I'm keeping the nightshade.
Oh. You didn't hit the button.
What? Oh, no. I've got it.
Type A. She's going to get it. What did she just say?
Like the one thing I didn't have handy.
Yeah.
Government. I am keeping the nightshade.
Why?
It has a ton of medicinal uses.
I knew you were going to say that. I've never had it around, but I knew you were going to say that because when I looked it up and it was like, it's deadly and it kills you and blah, blah, blah. I know what nightshade is. I've heard about it before, but I was like, somebody's going to say something medicinal. What is it for?
Well, in India, they were testing it against COVID. It can be, like wild amounts of medicinal uses. So I am keeping the nightshade. It's black nightshade though. It's not like the deadly nightshade, I don't think. So
we're going to find out. Like, pray for Logic.
And I even might harvest the seeds. So we'll just walk you through all of that. Who knows? Maybe it'll go in my hydroponic setup at some point.
Turn on the fan.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks, canceled. Appreciate it. So I don't know. We're going to see, again, all of the materials will be linked in the comments for the video or linked below for all my nonsense that I have.
Yeah, this is, we'll link this. This is a company out of Chicago, best Italian beefs you'll ever have. We'll link it so you can buy the container and eat the Italian beefs because it's fire.
Well, send me.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Send me your brewer's yeast brand, and we'll see if it's on Amazon.
Oh yeah. I use this for my dog. I use this for everything. I eat it too.
There you go.
Because like honestly, most of the stuff that you use for your pets, you could eat that too. But don't do it. Don't do that. I lied.
But I'm excited because what you're doing is kind of what I'll be doing in my buckets.
Yeah.
My 5-gallon buckets. So my tomato plants will be in here. I'm going to do 4 of them. And then I have to figure out what other large plant I want to do in there. But yeah, I think I'm excited. You guys are going to go on this adventure. It might be a huge flop. I don't even know if my seeds will germinate. I'm sure they will.
They're going to germinate.
Yeah.
100. After this season, there's no way this is going wrong. We're going to have the best hydro out
in
there.
In like 5 months, we'll just be showing you our hydro harvest from the week.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we'll start the videos with. We'll be like, look what we ate this week. And it was delicious.
Yeah.
And I'll have duck eggs in like 7 or 8 months. If they live.
I don't know what that means.
Right, you crazy. I don't know what this went to. Oh, the pump. So, yeah, I think that's all we've got, guys. Any questions? I'm so curious how the yeast one is going to go.
Yeah, we got to take a before and after. Well, I'll post a video every day, update.
Well, mine's not like, until they germinate, there's not much happening. Thanks, Larry. I appreciate it.
You don't have any suckers on your tomato plants right now?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm sure I do. I haven't been out there trimming them much, though. I could also do the paper towel method.
So are your seedlings going to be ready by next week?
Maybe. Probably not to plant in the system. But it's pretty easy to just show people, like, you're going to take the rock wool, put some clay pebbles, put the rock wool in, put it in the system. I mean, I could just fake some plants. $50. They were on Amazon. Just saying.
Tomatoes
were great. Yeah, so the whole transplanting thing worries me too, as far as taking them like from soil, but I could.
Yeah, it's super easy.
I'll transplant one. I'll transplant one into the 5-gallon bucket next week.
Yeah.
We'll do that, and then we'll see. Well, maybe I'll do it tomorrow, and then I'll do my update videos on that, so we can do a comparison.
Yeah, because we need a test plant for the solution you're using.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll plant one of my suckers tomorrow.
Do you have one? Oh, never mind.
Huh?
I was about to ask you if you have a burpee. Are you going to put it in that? Are all your systems like that? No, you have the 5-gallon bucket. Never mind. I'm losing my mind.
I need to figure out. Hey, Cody, how are you?
Hi, Rooster.
Out if I need to like somehow oxygenate the water in the 5-gallon bucket. Probably. I probably will just use the same thing.
If you go to the link in my bio, there is Brace for Impact podcast is in my link tree in my bio. And you can just click to it.
And I'll link all the products that I'm talking about in the show notes, or not show notes. Is that what it's called? No. In the video. They'll be on the video. You'll see them from this video. And then I linked the brewer's yeast from the episode 2 weeks ago as well. So anything we have going forward that we talk about in our episodes, we'll be linking those. They are commissionable links, but we're doing it so you have ease of just clicking them and buying them. So.
Yeah, and right now my page is like not going, like it's like stuck. I'm sure it will fix itself, but if it doesn't, make sure you check in on the everyday update of our test plant. That's all I know.
So I'm gonna do a test plant in the bucket in my solution. It might not even be in the 5-gallon bucket if it's too small. I might do something similar to you, or use like a yogurt container and just use this net pot in the yogurt container. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably do that as just like a go-between. Yeah, no, they're like little frames. They're decorative.
You know what I think I'm going to do when we get off the podcast?
Huh?
Make some fried zucchini because I'm kind of hungry.
I think that sounds delicious.
Yeah, I haven't eaten today. I just realized that.
Fatty.
I've been outside all day, and that was like...
I'm on a steroid right now, so I didn't eat, and I was slightly angry and super energized. So that was my day. And then obsessed with the ducks all day. It was a rough day. But
Logic and I were on a live the other day with Elmo, if you saw that, but literally she just comes on there and she was like, "Yeah, I just went to the doctor and I got prednisone. I love prednisone." And I was like, uh like you act like it's like lip injections, like she's addicted.
I feel so much better when I'm on it. I know it's terrible. I know everything. I know. So bad. Pharmaceuticals. But it helps me. So I am going to message you everything, Knowledge, because I have a whole inflammation, immune system, nasal polyps ordeal that I would love to naturally address. Hopefully Rife will help that as well. So yeah, no, I know. Bad. I'm not weak. I'm just like hyped up. I'm like, let's do this. We can do
That's
everything.
true. If the brewer's yeast works, we can literally become growers. All we have to do, or not growers, we can become like a brand. All we have to do is like everything else that has yeast in it that is like a pesticide or whatever, and they don't tell you that it's just brewer's yeast because it doesn't have the ingredients in it. We can make our own like trippy ass like soil bag and like a little tiny one.
Yes.
And then put something trippy on it, call our business something trippy, like make it tie-dye. And all we do is buy like 50-pound bags of brewer's yeast and like put it in the little bags and sell it as like the mix.
We're gonna have a product line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be rich.
Yeah. Yep. Rich. So yeah. I mean, I'm all for it. Let's
The bucket brand. I like it.
Or the Rebel bucket.
Yes. The Rebel bucket brand. She got on here. Do you guys remember the beginning of this episode when she was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to channel my rebel, like my inner rebel," and she like is showing you her chemicals that she got off of Amazon and her perfect little pot things and her clay things. And then I like came on here and I was like, all you need is an Italian beef bucket.
I feel like I embraced it fully for the canning, and I'm kind of embracing it with the ducks, but that's just.
No, you are. You're a rebel duck mom.
It's been rough.
She's gone rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been hard. It's harder than puppies. And it's not supposed to be. I think just because I stress too much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ray. I agree. So yeah, and this thing, I forgot to tell you. So my little like seed trays that are super reasonable. They've got the little lights and they plug into like just a phone charger, like a USB charger. And there's 4 of them connected to this little guy.
Is that a seed tray with a light in it?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. She's like a grower. Oh my God, I'm so behind. I need to make a room.
Yeah, look at that. They're little lights. Isn't that awesome? And they like trap they're.
Where did her power fucking go out again?
Sorry. Can you guys hear me? I got a call.
What?
Yeah, they just fit on my little trays. They come in a set of 4. So you can plug 4 of the lights into one plug.
Turn it on. I want to see.
Where I can plug it into. Okay, I'm going to have to move you. Hold on.
Everybody hold on.
You're going to come on a walk with me. Don't get dizzy. And don't look at my messy house. Okay, let's go over here. And
our first episode, Logic was on here and literally her power went out and she like sat in the dark the whole episode.
With a candle.
It was really creepy, but cool.
We went old school. Okay, hold on. Set this down. Oh boy. They're not very long. That's the only problem. Okay. All right. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Like, see?
Oh, that is kind of cool.
And then you can seal them. Like, you can adjust this to open it, like, based on how much humidity you want. Like, you can adjust the openings.
Is that like a hard top or is it literally like plastic?
It's plastic.
Can you, if it breaks, can you like take the light and put it in a different one?
Yeah,
Damn, that's cool.
I know. So they're little, like, see, it pulls out.
I like it.
See, sometimes, the type A discovers some cool, nifty things.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that before, but it makes sense. It
So, Brooke,
makes
make money
sense.
with what? A CPA, paralegal. I don't have OCD.
Is it weird that I love the way that tomatoes smell? Tomato
No,
plants?
after I like tickle my tomato plants, my hands smell so good.
Yes. You gotta
But
stop saying that, dude. You
I
gotta stop
can't.
saying
I
that.
love that it's kind of creepy.
You know
Um,
what else I love the smell of? Like, I love the smell of books. There's only a couple books that I've ever smelled that I didn't like.
Old books are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is a good smell. I think it's a forgotten smell, but like in elementary school, I liked smelling the old books.
Yeah, my great grandpa, I'm not sure why, but like, actually, I don't think it was my great grandpa. I think that it was my great grandma, but I never like met my great grandma because she passed away before I was born. But like, she used to put flowers in all of her books. Like I said, I don't know if it was him or her, but you would start reading a book, and then halfway through the book, all of a sudden you'd open it up, and like all this like smushed flour would just fall out on you because it was old as shit. I don't know why it was in there.
That's awesome, though. I think that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, and they also had a lot of buttons. Like my great grandpa had the coolest button collection. I'm talking like probably 5,000 buttons.
My grandpa collected coins, which we still have.
That's
I
cool.
need to go through them all because there's a lot of them.
I've never been into coin collecting or known anybody that has
Well,
been into it.
there's pennies out there that like people probably have just like spent not knowing that are worth tons of money.
Yeah. For the most part, though, grab the button because I'm not holding back from saying this. For the most part, though, I think anything that goes through circulation, like the government probably took the really good ones and then they just left us like the scraps, but they took back the good ones. I'll take it. I'll take it. I had to throw them under the bus for that.
The government doesn't look out for our best interests here. I think that's an okay, well-known fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took back all the good pennies. They probably got a whole thing of all the good pennies.
Just
And I'm
laughing
pissed.
at peasants sitting on their massive coin collection.
Yeah.
I bet it's at Nancy Pelosi's house.
It's probably at her house.
Yeah, I think it's probably at her house. She's got it on lock and key.
People
I mean,
agree.
the government doesn't care about us. I don't know if that's breaking news to anyone who listens.
Yeah, they probably got all the good dollar bills, all the good hundos, all the good $2 bills. Like, where did all the $2 bills go?
They probably even have their own version of like Noah's Ark where like extinct animals are. Like they just keep them.
Pressed flowers. My grandma did that too. Why? I mean, I like it, but why? Like, was I not supposed to touch it? Because, like, when I read a book, I read it this way and they would just fall out, you know?
Daddy, what's the pH on yours?
I guess we'll never know. I don't know.
Because
I'll have to buy, like, strips and test it.
we're not talking partisan politics. It's like well-known facts, right? If they're well-known facts that the government is not out for our best interest. I can buzzer myself.
Okay, I'm at 3 because I got buzzed on the first episode. I'm at 3, and she just got her first one.
I probably deserve 2 because I did bring up Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
We're almost even.
I mean, I'm not really sorry.
And I feel like I've been lax, honestly. Like, there was probably times I could have called you out on it, but I also don't even have my button in this location. It's down at my computer.
To be fair, you did bring up the government first, though.
Sounds like me.
Like, I could use you started it.
You started it?
I'm just saying. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Did the same dirt. Wow.
Lawyered. Yeah. We have fun. Okay, so next week we'll cover lighting. I am going to see how are you doing your plant outside or where are you putting it?
Oh, no. I got an extra turtle light. So the test plant.
You have turtles?
Well, I have a tortoise.
I didn't know you had a tortoise.
He's on the garden all the time. You should see if you can spot him in my video.
I love animals. I said government 5 times. Okay, that one doesn't count because I was asking a clarifying question. I feel like we could probably call this as even.
Oh, stop it, sir. He's mad. I just woke him up. He's like,
oh, look at him. He's so cute. What kind of tortoise is he?
Like red something. Russian red or something like that.
He's cute. What's his name?
He doesn't have a name.
You should just call him Red. Brooke, I know Brooke, right? I'm like, I've got my grow lights coming. I might put it on at a south-facing window and see how it does.
I could call him like the plant eater, like Chomper. I could call him Chomper from.
She said she had an extra light, guys. I don't think she's going to take it from the turtle, right? You're not going to take the turtle light.
No, I have an extra one.
Okay.
And this is like because tortoises need like they need like the UV or whatever. So yeah. This is like a really strong one. I'm not gonna take the tortoise's light. He needs the light.
No, guys, it's an extra light. I promised extra light. You know what? I wonder if I could try to use duck poo water.
Oh, that's possible. Mm-hmm. I'm scratching his butt because that, like, tortoises feel through their shell, and like sometimes he shakes because, like, he likes it.
This episode has now gone into tortoise butt scratches. You're welcome. Okay, so next week we will see how our 2 plants are doing. I'm going to set mine up this morning, my tomato plant. I'm not Benson. I turned it off. There were like 3 people in there, and then I got creepers talking about creepy things, so I couldn't watch the comments.
That's okay.
And then we'll go over lighting, where I'm going to set mine up. I'm going to put mine on some shelves or all on the ground. Again, it's like a concrete, unfinished basement storage room is where mine's going to go because it stays nice and cool. It should stay warm enough. If it doesn't, we'll figure out heating. So yeah, that's the plan. And we'll see how my seedlings do if they germinate. Because I am telling you, the paper towel method is super effective. You get so many seeds to germinate in just paper towels in a Ziploc baggie. And I just taped them to a south-facing window.
Yeah, that's really the only way I've ever done it.
Right. You're going to just leave me hanging? This is a team. We're a team. We're a team. I'm going to just throw my whole system out the window. I'm like, well, garden, L, ducklings, hopefully no L's, but one of them's not doing well. So
you got a whole thing. You got a whole thing.
A whole what?
A whole thing. This isn't fair. I got an Italian beef box.
Okay, but I also have been researching and then bought them all over like 5 or 6 week period.
Yeah. I just can't make up my mind, dude. I can't. And what if I hate this?
I don't think you're going to hate it. There you go, Zach. Oh, and also we will be doing a giveaway on here of a Spoonie unit. So
yeah. And one day, one Wednesday, we'll do the giveaway. Are you mad? He sees us And he's like trying to like back away and like go hide. Like he sees us in the thing.
Yeah, he's not happy.
So chill.
Yeah, so we will be doing a giveaway and we'll give the details next week as far as how to enter for the Rife machine.
Yeah. And then talk him into coming on the show for the giveaway.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll give the details next week. You'll have a week to enter, and then we can do a live like drawing on this. It'll be the 6-week episode.
Get a P.O. box. I'm gonna fucking get a P.O. box. I had a P.O. box.
What do we need a P.O. box for?
Because everybody's always asked me to have a P.O. box. And then I got a P.O. box. I paid for the P.O. box, which was a lot of money because I got like the big one. Oh, yeah. And I didn't know that you had to register the P.O. box in 30 days or they take it from you. And they didn't give me back my money.
That's rude. I do have a P.O. box. Should I put it on my, like, what do people do with their, I always felt weird though accepting like gifts though. Like, that's why I never listed it on my TikTok.
Yeah, that's the reason why I never did it either. But honestly, like, it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to get. And right. I like thought out gifts. You know what I mean?
I already feel like a massive person, so. It's always been one of my like biggest insecurities is how tall I am. It's okay.
Everybody has a P.O. box except for
right.
me.
What did I do, Rife? What did I do? I swear to goodness. Just cruel.
Beep the button for Brooke. She just went hard in the comments about the government.
There's a beep. Shredded paper.
Is that real? I didn't know that.
I didn't either. Oh, touche, Rife. Okay. That's okay. Didn't think of that one. All right. Well, next week, guys, we'll cover more hydroponic stuff. We're going to compare our plants. I hope this all works out.
We've never done it before, so it's going to be maybe a shit show. Maybe we're going to look like pros. Maybe not.
I'm not holding my breath. I feel like this year, like 2022 has not been my year of success. So I'm just embracing the learning, the lessons that I've learned, I should say. That's my positive on it, I guess. Oh, holy crap, right. It sounds like a reward. I mean, touche, Zach.
You know my tortoise, he eats like little fetus mice. And like they have blood in them and stuff. And like he literally will like put his little paw on there and like rip it apart and eat it in like 2 seconds. Like that's why I'm calling him Chomper. I've had him for a long time and still haven't named him. And like,
how old is he? I was like, what, right?
His birthday is 4/20, his hatch day.
Oh, there we go. How old is he?
So he's a little over a year.
Okay.
Yeah. But isn't that weird? Like I didn't know tortoises ate mice.
I don't think I did either. And that's I don't know if I could handle that.
Yeah. But like this dude will see because I hang it under the light and like let it thaw after being in the freezer, and he'll see it there, come out of his little burrow, and then just stare up at the light until I let it down, like until it's thaw enough. Like these things, like they know what's up.
How often does he eat those?
Every other day. He's a boss, man. Well, and other than that, I just let him out in the garden and then he takes chomps out of all my stuff.
Yeah. And I'm going to let the dog forage in the garden and just go ham.
Yeah.
That'll be like
I put him in the bath in the morning and then take him out there with me. And sometimes I have to find him. Yeah, I almost lost him like twice.
Well, that's not good.
No.
And hopefully he doesn't step on bees.
There is a lot of frequency for MS.
And we need to do probably an episode on the Rife machines because I need to learn how they work because I am getting mine Friday, my Spoonie unit Friday. My big unit, Rife, I don't know. You're probably going to hold out on me because it's me, but I do get a big unit too, which I'm excited for. But we'll go over that and we'll see if the Infamous Rife is available to join us on an episode. So
Yeah.
next tune in because we will do we'll provide the details for the giveaway.
Hell yeah.
We're excited. And yeah, I think that's it, folks. I will post all the links for, I feel like guilty that I have this elaborate setup, but I promise you it's the most like approachable DIY setup that I've found for multiple plants in one system. It's literally a Rubbermaid tote. Like I don't feel like I went like all out.
She did.
I did not go.
She did.
Okay, see, there's two different styles. But I promise you, it's not as intimidating as it looks. See everything?
Good night.
Okay, guys. Oh my gosh, Brooke.
A bot?
Maybe. Matthew, you have to be nice to me on the episode, though. That is the condition for you to come on the episode. You have to be nice for a full 60 minutes. I don't know if you're going to be able to, but if you think you can handle that.
I vote yes to Zach being a part of the episode.
Yeah. Absolutely. Do I know Zach?
Yeah. I'm blanking his username on TikTok.
Okay.
I'll tag you so you can follow him. You already probably do.
I think he followed me from like one of the first episodes because we didn't know each other.
Zach, put your handle. I don't know why.
Appreciate it. I know. I get a complex sometimes, especially because I'm having like an inferiority complex about my garden and my ducks. So it's just like it's a complicated week. It's an off.
I suck with people's usernames, which is why I can never like tag people. I only remember them by their profile picture. So if people change their profile picture, when everybody changed it to like that hand, I was done.
When everyone what?
When everybody changed their profile picture to the hand yeah.
I've kept the same profile picture, I think, like pretty much the entire.
Texas militia.
I know, Brooke. I do a lot of research. I like to research, and I'm a pretty quick study. So I comprehend stuff and remember it, and then I go get it and I put it all together.
I might pass out, so we got to get off the episode.
Okay. We appreciate you guys.
I love you guys. It's an emergency.
Okay. Touche, right. Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Hold on. I got to shut off my phone. I'm going to pass out.